Previously on Bear Grylls Survival School,
Bear Grylls, isn't it?
I met up with the 10 young survivors in North Wales, giving them their first taste of expedition food and surprising them with a tough first challenge.
Spend the whole night out in the forest on your own.
Yeah, that's it.
The girls were pitted against the boys, and while the girls' team pulled together, the boys' team fell apart.
What are we doing? We need to decide now.
Neither team's shelter offered much protection,
2 hours to build that.
and though the rain held off, it was still a long, uncomfortable night.
I didn't sleep very well. She was too cold.
Team of the day was an easy decision.
I'm gonna go with the girls.
It's gotta be the girls.
1 to the girls, 0 to the boys.
I'm Bear Grylls. When I was growing up, all of this was my playground. I want to find out if kids today have got what it takes to abandon their mobile phones and survive for 2 weeks out here in the wild.
I really don't want to do this.
Dig deep, finish strong.
Welcome to Bear Grylls Survival School. Coming up,
Starts off slippy. Hands out then, guys.
tackling treacherous terrain
Cold?
and taking on a powerful waterfall.
You can do it.
I really can't.
What happened in last night's survival exercise in many ways is no surprise. As we've got more advanced, life has become easier and we've lost a lot of those ancient survival skills that our ancestors took for granted. So what we're going to do with these young people over the next 12 days, we're going to be teaching them everything they need to survive. But not just to survive when it's all sunny and easy. We're going to teach them how to survive when they're tired, they're cold, they're beaten up, they're fatigued, they're hungry. Can they do it then against the odds? So first up today, a crash course in the basics of survival from my team of experts. Top of the list, the rule of threes. Just how long can you last without the basics of life?
Our rule of threes starts with 3 minutes. What can you not survive?
3 minutes without air.
Yeah, 3 minutes without oxygen. What about the next one? 3 hours.
3 hours
without
without shelter.
Yeah, without shelter.
Warmth. You have to keep warm, otherwise you get hypothermia.
Yeah, a lot of people will put that after water and food, but without shelter, in an extreme environment, you are a goner. So we've got minutes, hours,
3 days without
3
water.
days without water.
3 days without water.
Perhaps surprisingly, you can last for around 3 weeks without food.
Come on in then, team.
Next lesson, learning how to cross difficult terrain, like treacherous rocks and rivers.
Starts off slippy. Remember, hands out.
This is going to be hard, this one.
Guys, it's a drop now. You right, Alana? You right, Alana?
Wait.
A triangle of 3 people is much more stable for crossing a river, but they won't always be able to see where they're
Do
going.
it. Keep coming.
Cold? Going into water, that was like really cold and like it's hard to cope doing all this stuff, but the sense of achievement is really good.
14-year-old Charlie is keen to learn all he can about the world of survival.
Hey, what is up guys? My name is Charlie and if you're watching this,
He's much more at home in the virtual world of the internet.
videos. Today I'm going to be telling you 5 things we all do on YouTube. Let's get on with the video. The reason I wanted to apply for survival school is because I sit inside a lot. I play games, I edit videos, I film, and I wanted to get outside and test my skills and challenge myself.
Alongside his YouTube channel, Charlie's other great passion is magic.
Anywhere I will go, I will take a pack of cards. I have my own business cards printed, my own website. You take out the card, you stop to this card, remember it, yeah? The reaction is amazing for me. It's definitely made me a lot more confident. 6 of diamonds.
Charlie is very self-assured for his age, and he hopes he'll be able to help others on the course.
I think it's definitely going to change me for the better and make me a more caring person, a more outdoors person. Yeah,
More considerate, yes.
We'll let you know.
Help each other, 3 of you, go, go!
Already, several of the team are leaning on him for support.
1.
It's a packed survival school morning with classes in everything from tying knots.
Or is it like this? And you go up, around, down.
Yeah, let's try again.
To using knives safely.
This is a fixed blade knife, super strong and super helpful. Your thumb is to go back a bit.
Knives are also super sharp and deadly, and a key danger zone is what's known as a triangle of death around your thighs.
I went like that, cut down, I might hit a femoral artery. So what we do to make it super safe, solid position on the knee, and you're cutting away.
The femoral artery carries blood to your legs, and if damaged, you can quickly bleed to death.
Guys, we are so lucky to have Joe with us.
One of the survival school support team, Joe Humphrey, has a chilling story to highlight the dangers.
Hi guys, I think you've all met me already, haven't you?
He was shot in his femoral artery when he was serving in the Royal Marines.
3 years ago, I was in Afghanistan and I was leading a team in a firefight and I got shot in my leg. There's blood spurting 6 feet out in all directions. And the surgeons were actually operating me in the helicopter. One of the doctors even, who was the same blood type as me, did a transfusion straight from his body into mine.
The heroic actions of the doctors saved his life, but sadly, they couldn't save his leg.
I had to have my leg amputated through the knee. So that's just an example of what may happen if you stop thinking for a millisecond when you're handling these knives.
It's quite a reality check for the young survivors.
As Joe says, you've got to be safe, you've got to be concentrated when you're using a knife.
The doctor did the surgery on the helicopter. That would have been really hard.
And like gave the blood like in the helicopter as well.
Yeah,
like,
but they needed to risk everything, didn't they?
The morning's lessons have come a little late for Adam. He's already broken one of the basic rules of survival.
I've just got a really bad headache. I haven't drunk much water for the past day and a bit more.
Survival school medic Nick Marshall checks him over.
He's been sweating, he hasn't been drinking enough, so he's been feeling a bit faint. So we've given him some rehydration sachets in his drink, which he's going through now, and he's starting to feel a little bit better. Headache? Yeah, let's get some water down there.
And Adam's not the only one. Charlie is also showing signs of dehydration.
Just get some water down you, mate.
Now, having 2 guys being treated at the moment for dehydration is hopefully a sobering reminder for the rest of the group how important it is in the wild to keep drinking. Once you get dehydrated or you start to get heat stroke or sunstroke, it becomes so hard to fight your way back from that. Water in the wild is one of your top priorities. And these guys are learning it the hard way. All the team will need to be at their best for what I've got in store this afternoon. I'm going to take them into freezing cold water to climb a powerful 20-metre high waterfall. It'll test their guts and determination to the limit.
Check that waterfall! Good that, I can't wait.
It looks cold, no, it looks cold.
They'll be learning a vital skill I've used to scale everything from vertical cliffs to the world's highest mountain. The way we're going to get up this is exactly the same technique as I used once on Mount Everest. It's called jumaring. We're going to swim out to the base of the rope. We're then going to clip that onto the rope. That will allow the jumar to go up, but it won't be able to come down, okay? So we start to climb, we push it up, we hang on it. Climb a bit more, we push it up, and we hang on it. This water is very cold. When you get in, it's gonna hit you. It's gonna feel wow. But we use that adrenaline. What we don't want to be doing is still trying to climb up this rope after 15 minutes, because then you start to lose your feeling in your fingers and your toes, and everything becomes much harder.
I'm incredibly nervous. I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact that the rocks are slipping. I want to try it, but I'm really scared too.
I'm a little bit nervous, but my knees are like shaking at the moment. But I'm just like, I'm more scared of the cold water.
For those of you a little bit more nervous with water or heights, work hard. Remember what I said, the best way over your fears is through them. Oh, it's cold, come on!
Come on, Bear.
Oh man, look at that.
Okay, so you can see the rope is slippery, the rock is slippery, okay? You don't want to slip and hit your face. Once you're up here, you're up, climb up to safety.
He's actually going to jump.
Oh, that's gonna jump.
All I'm going to say is you guys are gonna love it. Okay, Bailey, yep, go for it. Tim, take him in.
Okay, Scott.
First up to take on the torrent is 13-year-old Bailey.
Freezing.
Remember what I said, push up your hands.
The hard bit is when you're suddenly out of your depth, you're at the base of the waterfall, there's all that cold air that the water's bringing down.
You can do it, buddy. You can do it.
You can't hear anything, you're trying to find the rope, you're trying to get clipped in.
You can, buddy. You can do it.
Focus on what you're doing, be determined, but just prepare yourself that it is a bit crazy in there.
Yes, Bailey!
Come on!
Come on, Bailey.
Okay, buddy. You can do it. Keep going up that line.
But he's struggling to get the hang of the Jumar technique.
Come on, Billy!
Watch out!
The water was freezing and then just kept on smacking in the face.
Stay there, Bailey!
I smacked my head against the rock.
Come on! Come on, Billy! You can do it! Keep going up.
This is why it is difficult. It's slippery, it's cold, there's all that craziness, that wind, that noise, and then you start to get fatigued, and then you get a little bit scared. In that moment, just remember this. Keep going. Keep going.
Come on, Billy!
I had these kids on a safety rope, so if the kids were struggling a little bit, I could just put a tiny bit of assistance on.
Bailey is running out of energy and getting very cold, and Scott has to help haul him up the final few meters.
Great determination. When he got to the top, his face just said, oh, he's in absolute bits.
Fine. Yeah. Oh, it's freezing. I need to get home.
Next up, it's Maria. Feeling all right?
A bit nervous, but yeah.
Okay, go for it. Lots of encouragement, guys. To succeed, she'll need to conquer her fear of heights. It's a key reason the 14-year-old Londoner signed up for survival school.
I want to change how scared I get at things. How do you think I'd cope in like a really small cave that's full of water and it's dark?
You probably start having like a panic attack.
I don't like confined spaces that much, and I'm not that keen on the dark. I'm afraid of heights, spiders, most bugs.
You're going to give everything a go?
Yeah, definitely.
And she's determined to get over her fear of climbing up high.
You know, if you're all like got a harness on and everything, and you know you're safe, I just always scared something will go wrong and I'll just fall to my death.
There's no better moment for her to push through her fear.
Alright, how do I use it?
Let me just give you a thing.
Oh my god!
Push up, and leave up. Keep going. You're doing awesome.
If Maria's nervous, she's not showing it.
You can do it. Push up. Keep going. Nicely done.
Remember when I talked about calm in the storm, thinking clearly under pressure? This is the sort of thing I mean. Maria's technique is amazing. It's as if she's been climbing for years.
When I first started climbing, I did kind of start thinking, oh my god, if this breaks, I'm going to fall backwards into the rocks. I started to pick myself out of it. It was so cold though, I'm not joking. I literally just had like a t-shirt on and it was absolutely freezing.
When the cold starts to bite, everything becomes harder work. That's why I say use those golden few minutes, that adrenaline, that fear to get you up there.
Well done! Come on!
Maria storms it to the top in just 2 minutes.
I honestly thought I wouldn't be able to achieve it, but I'm really proud of myself that I got to the top.
Well done, Maria!
Come on!
Each day, my leaders decide whether overall the boys or the girls team has done the best, and the survivors are determined not to let their side down.
That made it look so much easier than it was.
One by one, they rise to the challenge.
I'm really happy I've done it. You know, I might go and do it again.
Savannah is terrified and starts to panic right at the start.
Savannah, you can do it.
I really can't.
You can do this.
I can't even get up.
But she succeeds in overcoming her fear.
You got it.
It was awesome. It was so hard. I'm unbelievably happy. There's not a smile big enough.
I just climbed the waterfall. Wow.
Well done.
Adam has even more to prove. It's less than 2 years since he had a metal rod put in his back.
I was born with something called scoliosis. It's the curve of a spine. My spine is kind of like a backled C. I got a titanium rod put into my spine to make it not as bad. People treat me like I need to be wrapped up. I can say I can do everything everyone else can perfectly fine.
Having broken my back in a parachute accident, I know a little of what he's going through. I know you're a little bit more nervous with heights. As I said, it's great. It's fine to be nervous for things. It means you're human. I'm exactly the same. I still find skydiving really hard after I broke my back. You feeling okay with it?
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be hard, but it'll be good when I get to the top.
Yeah. You're going to be an inspiration for so many people. Of that, I'm certain. Come on then.
It's not really pressure, it's just that I kind of want to make it up there for myself now, just to prove it that I can. So.
Here we go.
Oh man, that's freezing. I went in the water, the adrenaline just hit me, and it was just a rush of just pure energy. It was absolutely mental.
On the bottom of the rope, I was fully prepared to give him a bit of a hand, but I really didn't need to. He's so strong.
Well done, yes! Well done, Adam.
I was really scared because I've got a fear of heights, but when I started going up, I just totally forgot about it, and I just did it.
Adam was all the time, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. What a legend. He got straight on that Jumar, technically perfect, physically great.
Your body is just sapped of energy. That takes all the energy out of you.
Adam powers to the top in just over 1.5 minutes, the fastest of the entire team.
I think I did actually quite well. I think I climbed up there as fast as possibly could, so I'm happy with myself with that. I really didn't think I'd do something like that in my lifetime.
What a star and a complete inspiration. The team are tired but happy as they settle in for their first night in base camp. They'll be sleeping here in tents every other night throughout the expedition. And because they've had such a tough start to survival school, tonight I'm giving them all the ingredients for a filling supper.
We've got chicken and like vegetable stew.
Oh, that makes
Actually, I'm really happy. I'm really enjoying myself. We're in a different camp today. We've got tents and fire and food.
It's all about fun.
But not everyone's in such good spirits. The two youngest boys, Bailey and Azriel, are starting to feel homesick.
Yeah, everything's going to be a bit easier than this. Yeah. I'm missing home. I'm missing my family pretty much. You'll see them soon, I guess, and they'll all be there just waiting for you. I just can't wait to go and see my family again. If I feel sad because I'm the youngest, they're there for me, that's it.
I can see in Azzy's face that he wasn't himself. You know when a voice cracks or like, tears well in his eyes? I could see it.
Take care of that fire, guys. Take care of that fire.
Expedition leader Tim decides to take Azriel to one side.
You missing home? No. Do you think it would be nice to see people at home? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at me. Look at me. You're doing fantastic. All right.
He's the youngest here, and I think it's going to be the hardest for him, definitely.
Homesickness is incredibly common at this early stage of an expedition.
I'm really proud of you. Yeah. So the high five. Well done. Okay.
We have come to the end of our second day out here in the wild. How is everyone doing?
Great.
Yeah?
It's time for the vote for Team of the Day, and at the moment it's 1-0 to the girls.
Today it's pretty tough. You've been very close, neck and neck. I think today the boys have got it.
I think the boys made a massive improvement. For me, improvement is on the way to victory. Boys for me as well.
I'm going to have to agree with both these guys, actually. So well done, boys.
Well done, boys.
Well done.
At the end of each day, there'll also be a vote for the best young survivor. The catch is that it'll be the team themselves who have to decide the winner.
I want everybody to give a name of someone who you think deserves to be Survivor of the Day, but also a reason why. Adam, we're going to start with you.
I'd probably say Az, because he was helping a lot of people out today when we were in the rivers, so I'd pick him.
Cool, lovely.
Well, it's Savannah because she carried on going.
Nice, courage.
Yeah.
Like it.
I'd say Charlie, because even though he had a headache, he carried on and didn't wimp out.
I'd say Kieran because one thing, he let me borrow his sleeping bag last night.
Tara, because today she was helping everyone and supporting everyone.
Tara, what about you?
I was going to say Liv. She just toughed it out, and I think she was just being a really good survivor today.
With 6 votes for 6 different survivors, it's still anyone's game.
Next up, Azrael.
I vote Charlie. He was helping with the water, trying to pull you out.
I was going to say Charlie as well because I kept slipping and falling, so he was helping everyone out, so that was really nice.
I'm gonna say Az because he's struggling a bit, but he's carrying on.
Adam, because he's been a trooper today, he's got through everything when he's had a bad back, and he's done well with everything, climbing up.
Cool, guys, great answers, okay?
Charlie edges it with 3 votes, becoming my very first Survivor of the Day.
Everyone give Charlie a round of applause.
I was really pleased that people were saying my name because it made me really feel good inside that I've shown them that I can be helpful. It was a really, really nice thing for them to say.
Next time on Bear Grylls Survival School, tempers flare in camp,
You can't just think about yourself.
mealworms on the menu,
Come on now, get it down,
and a star turn from Azriel.
Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on you to play.